Final race of 2021, and it is race number 11 on the program, Class 3 over the 1400 metres, and Cofield is back in a trip from the 16 to the 1400. Amazing Chocolate, all weather, back onto the turf, kind of cools on the class drop. All these three wins, though, have been at Happy Valley. Navis 2 last start. Winner carries an extra £5 for that win. Overpacking victory at 56 to 1. Never Too Soon goes up in trip. Zoom Boom was Alabama Boy for Ed Walker, won over 1600 metres at Haydock. And both the Newmarket tracks, the Rowley and the July courses, had 3 trials. Kowloon Great is a first starter, won over 1600 metres at Nace. And Oscar Glory in Zone D. Nick, both first timers in Class 3.
Yeah, it's Zone D with a lightweight there for Joe Moreira. Oscar Glory likes to go forward. Cofield is coming back to 1400 metres. He'll put himself right there on the speed as well by the looks of things. Never Too Soon and Mighty Valor also prominent, kind of cool. Hossein Bolt, who's a model of consistency, and Amazing Chocolate to pull down the inside.
Yeah, I guess the two newcomers, Zoom Boom and Kowloon Great, I think will settle midfield and just the back of midfield.
Okay, so that's the speed map for the last race. We're going to start with an interview. Nick was out at track work on Friday morning to catch up with the jockey of Navis 2. His name is Ruan Meyer.
Ruan, Navis 2 is a horse that you managed to win on last time, and that was a good win.
Yes, he did a very nice run last time. Only second start, you know. I believe now he improved because usually after 2 starts the horse gets more form. So hopefully can give a good ride again and do a nice ride.
How much did the cheek pieces and the extra trip help you, do you think, last time? Because he hit the line very strongly.
Yeah, yes. I have some closer room in the straight, and after that he hit the line very strong. I believe if he have a clear room, maybe he give a more strong finish, you know.
Just talk us through that interference, because I think it was around about the 350. He was really short for room, but once you got in the clear, he ran home very strongly.
Yes, he's a big horse, big action, you know? So he had a good finish. He showed last time, and I believe he's great form to do again.
Yeah, he beat a good one as well in packing victory. So obviously the form holding up quite nicely. Talking of big horses, I must ask you about Run Des Run. He's the biggest horse that we've got here in Hong Kong, and you managed to get him home in front on Wednesday night. I can't imagine you've ridden too many horses that big before.
Yes, I never rode one horse similar to him, you know. He's so big. When I saw him, he's a big horse, and I was happy to win with him last Wednesday.
Put a trunk on him, he could double as an elephant, Run Des Run, but it was still a really good win from him, and Ruan ride Navis 2. On we go here, Nick, to Oscar Glory. Now, he's coming off a last start 4th. He's up in grade. That 4th was over 1600 metres, so he's also back in trip.
He is. Look, he's got a lot less weight to carry as well. Wagner Borges going on board. First time he's going to ride the horse, so I think he certainly gets his chance with the lighter weight. He's an on-pace runner, drawn well pull, so he'll put himself bang there. It's just whether or not he's good enough. But it is his first go in the grade.
Yeah, and with the lightweight, I think it's really going to help him, as you say. So, look, I'm going to put him in. If he can get an easy enough lead, I think he'll be there for a long period of the race.
We move from him to another one coming up in grade, a pull down the bottom, which is Zone D. His last few have been at Happy Valley. He's won at Sha Tin before, but the way he's been racing at the Valley, the big long straight at Sha Tin looks perfect.
It does, doesn't it? And look, the stable's in good form at the moment. Another one that goes in for me, he's up in grade, as you say, but well, again, with the lightweight, Joe aboard, he'll just have to get back, so we need a bit of luck there, and he won a bit of pace on, I think.
He certainly will, yeah. Joe down to do a lightweight, might put a couple of pounds over at the 114, but we've seen him do it a few times recently, and that's, I think, a sign of intent sometimes when he obviously takes these rides at a lighter weight. That's certainly probably a little tip in itself.
Especially in the middle of winter when we haven't got the high humidity and warm temperatures to try and get it off. Here he is again, Nick, Zone D in this trial with Cofield, who gets a couple of pounds claim for Matthew Poon.
Yeah, Cofield was 4th in this trial. This fellow just a little bit behind him. I thought he did it well actually on this occasion. Zone D, not given a hard time at all, and both he and Cofield here, Paul, have trialled quite nicely.
Yeah, I think they have, haven't they? Cofield will be in a lot more forward. Barrier number 4 looks ideal for him. The horse has got some class. He did bring some good form over from the UK as well, Cofield. So from barrier 4, I think he's going to get his opportunity.
All right, a good wrap around him. Kowloon, great, Paul. 3 trials, a third behind Zabrowski in this one, but he was beaten 7 lengths.
Yep, tongue tie on his debut. He's not the biggest horse around, 1,019 pounds. Look, he's barrier 10. He's by Teofilo. This is a 1,400 metre race. I think he'll need a lot further than this.
He probably want a bit softer ground as well. His win at Naas over the mile came on heavy ground, obviously typical sort of Irish ground. You usually get it sort of the softer side of yielding in most cases. So, yeah, his form has been on testing ground. I'd certainly have my reservations on this quicker surface, Mark.
Well, it doesn't sound like he's in for either of you boys.
No, he's not, Mark. I'm going to go with Cofield, though. He should be a bit of a price, too. I think he's, what's he early on, 12 to 1. Look, he'll get his opportunity. It was a really good debut run. He was a little below par when he stepped up to 1,600. Back to 1,400 metres with a low draw. I think he can sit just in behind. Zone D with the lightweight comes in for second along with Oscar Glorian. A horse, Anea Fortune, he goes in for fourth. Now, he's drawn a bit awkward in 12, but that's second behind California Spangle. Thought was really good second up. So 1, 13, 12 and 9.
Yeah, I've gone with Joe Moreira's mount here, Zone D. I think with the lightweight and the recent trial looked good. So I put him on top, over Navas too, who Ruan Meyer rides. A bit more weight to carry, but he beat Packing Victory. So the fact I like him in his race, I think you've got to fancy Navas too on what he did last time. Cofield goes in as well. I like him back in trip. He could be the value play in the race. And Amazing Chocolate, horse number 2, I've put in to my numbers as well. Only 4th run for Benno Jung, and he's back on the turf here. 13, 6, 1 and 2.
Just on the colours of Kowloon, great. Hong Kong great trolled up at the Sha Tin all-weather trials this morning over 1,200 metres, and Renee Strong at second to Courier Wonder. So if you're a fan of him, he's on the comeback path.